This is Friendly Fire.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Friendly Fire. Today, it's just the duo, Scott and Dylan. You guess who is who, if you don't know by now.
I'm Steve.
Scotty doesn't know! Don't do it, Scotty.
You should have got Ada to come in and do that. She does it better.
Yeah, she does. And she's very passionate about it. Today, because we've got nothing to talk about, because it's the end of the year, it's December, and it's the 21st.
And we refuse to talk about Christmas.
Screw Christmas.
Fuck
Nobody
Christmas.
likes Christmas. We're going to talk about 2018, because we've already given up on 2017. It's been okay. It hasn't been too bad.
There's 10 days left. It's not a lot that's going to happen.
Well, you know what's going to happen before 2018? Another episode of Friendly Fire.
No, it won't. Actually, it will. Scraping the bottom of the barrel here, guys.
Who knows what we're going to talk about next?
Look forward to that one.
Next time, but yeah, it's gonna be rough. So
This one's going to be rough. Strap yourselves in.
So yeah, we're gonna talk about. Well, it was gonna be most anticipated games, but I found this website article on Business Insider Australia. So
Strangely enough.
locally based. And they've got the hottest 29 video games you shouldn't miss in 2018. So we're just going to go through this list together and sort of, I guess, talk about which ones we're interested in and what we're probably going to miss. Which is probably
about 25 of them.
Yeah, I would say so. You're probably not wrong. Now, the first picture is Red Dead, but we scroll past that because that's not actually the one they're talking about. Number one is Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Look, it's an interesting departure. I've seen a little bit of it. It looks like a classic fighting game type thing. It's interesting to go back from Xenoverse to a more stable fighter. But
completely honest, I like this format more than Xenoverse.
Xenoverse was an interesting format. It just had its issues. It had a lot of issues.
I think Xenoverse was a cool concept, but it just never really,
it had too many issues to be fully formed.
This has pretty awesome looking artwork. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you are going to absolutely love this, I think. And if you're a fighting game fan, you're really going to love it because it's just the perfect mix of the two. I think we'll both miss this one, though. I don't think we're big enough fighting game fans. Or Dragon Ball fans.
It's probably something I'd watch someone else play a bit of.
Look,
Team 4-star probably will do something.
I'm sure Kristan will probably get this one. If he does and he wants to play it with me, do a recording, I'll give it a go. I'm happy to get beat up by him for a little bit because it looks pretty. But I wouldn't even know half the characters' names, to be completely honest.
Spiky head dude and other spiky head dude.
Super Insane 3.
Yeah,
it's insane, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
So yeah, it's a cool one. Apparently releasing January 26th to all of the main things except for Switch for the moment, but who knows, that might even happen at some stage. Switch is getting some pretty good deals coming out, so
which is interesting.
We'll see what happens there. And the next one on the list is Monster Hunter World, the one that Kristan has been super excited about.
Got the hype train going there.
And I'm probably going to give this one a miss. But yourself, do you want to talk about it?
It's interesting. I've seen a bit of Monster Hunter. I've not played Monster Hunter, but it's something I've been interested in. I've just never owned the consoles that it's on. It looks stunning.
See, the thing is, this picture they've got here, it looks really good, but everything I've actually seen of gameplay looks not quite as good, in my opinion.
I haven't watched a lot of games.
I think it's Monster Hunter art style, so I think fans of the series are going to like it, but it doesn't look like some of these pictures. It look very high res.
But, yeah, look, might be one that if it comes cheap, I'll buy and play, but it's not something I'm just going to rush out and get. As interesting as it looks, it's just going to be a grind.
Yeah, interesting, I think, is this one is co-op to at least some point, I'm pretty sure. So that could make it fun if you want to play something with friends a little bit different to your normal stuff. So that's supposed to be releasing also January 26th. and all on the main platforms as well. PC release dates unknown. Oh, yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Shadow of the Colossus. Now this one was pretty hyped when it was announced that it was coming.
Well, I missed this one the first time around. I've seen bits of it, or it was a very interesting game because it's all just a series of boss fights. It is very highly regarded. I missed it on the PlayStation 2 era. I have a PlayStation 4, funnily enough, so
Where?
Somewhere. I don't know, some bloke has it. I'm not sure what his name is.
I love that this is now just a running joke because every week you're here doing the podcast staring at your PlayStation, and like every time you talk about it, you like stare at it, and it's just like. But no. We'll come back to it later because there's obviously another game which is the reason it exists.
Still exists.
So I'm the same. Shadow of the Colossus. I missed out on the first rounds and won't be getting into this one, but I'm sure for fans of the series it's going to be amazing, and I'm sure it won't disappoint. So PlayStation fans, get hyped for that.
It's one of those, again, if it came on sale I'd buy it, but I'm not actually going to rush out and get it.
Well, I think the thing is also if you were playing your PlayStation and it was on sale you'd buy it, but I don't know that you're going to play your PlayStation.
No.
Like, there was probably games this year that, like...
Not really. There was nothing really that jumped out at me. Like, this is one of the ones...
What about, like, Neo or Nier Automata or something
nothing
like that?
Jumped
or Persona
out at me.
5?
No, none of those jumped out at me as something I wanted to play.
Fair
This
enough.
one, because it was something I wanted to play in my childhood, but missed it. Or missed out on playing it.
They should release, like, a remastered with it or something.
I think they've actually done a remastered recently.
Cool.
So, I mean, it's something I might play, but it's not something I'm going to rush out to play.
That one's coming out February 6th, and only on PlayStation 4, obviously. Then we have Bayonetta 2. These are not new games, but there is a Bayonetta 3 coming out, which probably won't be next year, but Switch exclusive. So Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 are both being, I guess, remastered and released on the Switch, and Bayonetta 3 will be exclusive to Switch with no release date yet. So those remasters are coming out February 16. That's not going to be one for us because we don't own Switches.
No.
Kristan does.
Funny enough, I do have Bayonetta 2. It was like Games with Gold or something.
Oh, yes, it was. I remember that.
You want to play it?
No. I'm not
Me
particularly
neither.
interested.
I don't even think I have it installed.
And once again, fans of the series, you'll love this. So how many are we at so far? What have we got
That's
that we're
4.
playing?
We're playing none of them. I've got 2 I would buy on sale.
This one's going to change it, though. This next one. You ready? Pac-Man.
No, it's really not. What? How is this on a list? Like, how is this on a hottest games of any year list? Like, either you're taking the piss. Yes, people like Pac-Man. There are about 1 million versions of Pac-Man. Free, which are exactly the same thing. Why is Pac-Man on this fucking list?
Pac-Man Championship Edition 2+. And game titles are just starting to get out there. I mean, looks like Pac-Man to me. Looks pretty cool, but it looks like Pac-Man. Yep, that's coming out. I assume only on the Switch. Yep.
Business Insider, get your game on. This is just...
February 22nd. So, I mean, if you've been longing to play some Pac-Man on your Switch, if you can't already, there you go. But the next one!
This is actually one that will change it.
Sea of Thieves! I actually jumped back in just recently, the most recent test that they did.
I still haven't played it.
They have done something pretty cool. So I'm just going to talk about this for a while because otherwise this podcast is going to be done in 20 minutes. So
what's wrong with that?
That's probably good for some people that don't like us rambling for so long, but we like to go for around the hour mark. So strap on in.
I'll go nee at the end if we don't make the time.
Okay, what will you do if we go over time?
Nothing.
Okay, good.
You'll cut it out.
Okay, good. No, I haven't actually. The Star Wars episode that was like an hour and a half. I didn't even cut it. I was like, nah, it's good. It's good. We're speaking of. If you didn't watch that, go back and watch the Last Jedi episode that we
Watch
did.
The Last Jedi, then watch that.
Yeah, and because we had predictions and things in there, it's quite hilarious. Kylo didn't die.
I didn't think he was gonna die.
That was my bold prediction.
I was assuming Leia was gonna die,
Yeah.
and she did.
We both stuffed that up. Anyway, this isn't Star Wars, this is Sea of Thieves. So I played it recently, and so the thing a lot of people are worried about in this game was it's fun to go around getting treasure, doing like treasure maps and riddles and that sort of thing, but what do you do for endgame? Like, it kind of seemed a bit like...
Open-ended?
Yeah, it was like, well, you could go and do this, but doesn't that get boring after a while sort of thing? So in the original version, you would sort of go and do these treasure maps and you collect the treasure and you take it back to a lady that would give you gold for the treasure. Which I don't know, you just take the gold out of the treasure chest, but whatever. So you do that and she would often give you like 500 gold or something, and then you'd save up and things cost like 5,000 gold or whatever. Like, you'd go and just buy like... It was stuff that you generally already had, like you could buy a golden pretty looking compass instead of your shitty one that you got, but there was some things like the blunderbuss that you could buy that you didn't have, like you might have had like a pistol thing but you didn't have this big blunderbuss thing. So there was some stuff like that you could buy, and it was like you could get a feel that they're going to add more stuff and do that sort of thing. Now, they've completely sort of changed it, and there seems to be 3 factions, and they're not really called factions, but I can't remember what they're called exactly, but there's like the Order of Souls, the Gold Hoarders, and someone else. And basically, what you have to do is you go to them and you get contracts. And they will give you like a map or a riddle or something that you then have to go out into the world, solve, and then bring the thing back to them. And then you would be rewarded. So previously, you would you'd go out and there was treasure maps which would show you an island and an X where it marked the spot, and you had to go to your big map table and find that island and then go and dig up the treasure and take it back. And then there was riddles which would say something about basically go to this island, and then once you got to the island it would reveal the next part of the riddle that would say find this thing on the island, and then the next part would tell you to maybe play an instrument there or shine your lantern there or something that would trigger the next thing, and then it might tell you to walk a certain amount of paces or something. Right? So little riddles to solve. They've now added with the bounty... Oh, not bounty. The Order of Souls or whatever it is. It's like a bounty hunter contract thing. So she will say like, there's this... Like, they're all skeletons. All the enemies at the moment are skeletons. But they're like, this guy, you need to go and kill him and you get a reward or whatnot. And you go out and then he's got like a name over his head when you get to the island where he was last seen or whatnot. He's got a name over his head and he's pretty tough to kill, but you kill him and then his skull drops and you pick up his skull, and I felt like I was playing Halo again. But you got his skull and then you take it back to her instead of like a treasure chest or whatnot. Which is kind of cool, but the rewards are like 25 gold or 50 gold, right? So really like quite low. And also with that, there is a leveling system now added into the game for each faction. So you have a certain level for each faction. Once you get to a certain level, you'll unlock rewards for that faction. So maybe special, like a special looking shovel or something is unlocked for like gold hoarders if you get to a certain thing and whatnot. So I can see where they're developing that. They also now included the ability to purchase like new clothing and like more customization stuff. So I think they've got a long way to go with that game. I think they will add a lot more. And so what's the release date? 23rd of March or 20th of March?
It's fast approaching.
Which is Xbox One and PC. It's, I assume, going to be one of those Play Anywhere titles, which Microsoft seems to do now. I think that's going to be really cool. I think they've got, like, I wasn't worried, but, like, after everything that I played, I'd sort of hadn't felt like they were really moving very far. The latest update, I was like, okay, you guys have a vision. So I'm little bit more excited for that now. So not too far away, but I think that will be a game similar to Minecraft, PUBG, that just keeps getting better with time. I think you'll get in there, and in a year it'll have so many more features.
That'll be interesting.
Which
That
is
is
good.
one I am interested in playing.
It's just
why I
it's good
haven't got
fun
around to
for a bunch of friends in there. So we've got one on the list, and maybe another one.
Fuck the Oscars.
Fuck buying 2 copies. The what's his name? Fares, isn't it? Joseph.
Gaming Jesus.
No, Joseph Fares, I think. The it's not on there, but the creator of A Way Out, making a big scene at the Game Awards. Nothing that we could predict in our Game Awards podcast, but man, that was brilliant. If you haven't seen it, just look up A Way Out. Fuck the Oscars. You'll find some quality content, but I'm sure everyone's seen it.
You need to do that, actually.
A Way Out is going to sell incredibly because of this man, I think. He's doing a lot of good work, and I think it's going to be an incredible game, to be honest. It's going to be kind of fun to go back to a bit of a couch co-op game that you can play online as well, but just a full sort of story where you need 2 people. I think that's going to be great. And
Interesting.
obviously, you only have to buy 1 copy, and your friend can play it with you for free. So Scott's going to be a Scrooge and make me buy it, and then we can play it together.
Pretty much.
It's going to be good fun, I feel. Basically, if you don't know anything about A Way Out, it's a video game where you're like two
Brothers,
guys. Are they? No, I don't know if they're brothers. I don't know that they're brothers. You might be thinking that because he made 2 brothers. A Tale of Two Sons. But, yeah, so there's these 2 guys, and they're trying to escape prison, basically. So you have to do that together. Coming out on all the platforms, March 23. That's where I got the March 23.
Yeah, I was going to say, the other one's March 20.
Yeah. So
March is going to be a big month, actually.
I think every year, the start of the year is getting so much more packed. It's like, end of the year is FPS. It's like holidays, FPS, maybe console launch. Start of the year is like indie devs and anything else that wants to fit in.
And then you have a big drought in the middle. Someone release something in the middle, alright?
They don't want to do it. Nobody's got money in the middle of the year.
That's when I have my most money. I lose it all at Christmas. I don't have any at the start of the year because I lost it all at Christmas. Bloody people making me buy presents.
Idiots.
And in the middle, I've got money.
Well, you heard it here first. Game developers, release your game in July.
I still probably won't buy it, but I'll have money.
And now for another interesting one, Far Cry 5. So when I first saw the trailer for this one, I was out. I was like, no, I don't want it. Don't give me any of this. I'm not into the sort of villains in this game, the cult sort of stuff. I'm just not interested. It's kind of very, I don't know,
I haven't watched
boring
anything
to me
since the first trailer, to be honest.
So that was also me thinking that this was going to be similar to Primal and some of the others where it's very single-player focused. And even Far Cry 4, like Kristan and I played through a bit of that when it was first out, and we mucked around quite a bit, but you still couldn't do much together. Like, you could do outposts and stuff.
You
but
and I did the same thing.
Yeah, and you couldn't do too much, but they have released that this is going to be full co-op.
Okay, now I'm interested.
The whole story is
Full co-op.
Full co-op.
Far Cry would be interesting.
That's what
How
has
many
intrigued
players?
me. 2.
I don't know. At 4 players or something, I would be
I think it's 2.
sold. At 2 players, I'm on the fence.
I think it's 2. But I think that's going to be great. I'm not really caring about the story, to be completely honest. I'm more just going into, where is it? Hope County, Montana. And I'm just going to screw shit up with whoever wants to play it with me. I think that'll be great fun. And they got airplanes and stuff now. They didn't have airplanes in the old
They
ones.
had that wing thing like near the chopper that really sucked and
It
could
was
only
trash.
go like...
It was trash. So that's coming out March 27. So yeah, you're right. March is pretty busy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that someone's going to play it with you. I may, but it's...
I think Kristan's definitely teeing up to play it. Who knows? Brendan might even play it. I don't know. Someone will play it. I'll be playing it. So yeah, that comes out, and then back to the ones that we're probably not gonna play.
I never got into the God of War series, like, at all. I like, this is, interestingly enough, just called God of War.
Yes,
Like, well,
you're correct.
they've gone full circle there.
So did the Xbox.
Yeah, but the original Xbox wasn't called the Xbox One. It was called Xbox.
No. So this should be God of War 1.
It should.
Maybe the first God of War was called God of War 1.
I don't know.
I don't know what it was called.
I've never really got into the series. It was.
I think it's a cool
interesting,
series, but I'm the same as you. I never played. Like, see, I think the thing was, I grew up with PlayStation, right? But, like, God of War isn't a particularly child-friendly game.
No.
So, I think by the time that I was, like, playing games that were probably a bit more mature, I'd moved on to the Xbox.
Yeah, it was also very.
Or, like, the Xbox 360. So, yeah, I think it was just sort of timing. Like, I'd moved on from PlayStation by the time. I was playing more of your Need for Speeds and your probably like Ratchet and Clank and all those sorts of games. Maybe like Battlefronts and those sorts of things. But yeah, I never really played anything this mature. I probably wasn't allowed to play anything this mature either.
I'd like to see it. Like, it's probably going to be quite interesting. It's a Spartan in Norse mythology somehow. That I think would be interesting. It's probably one I would watch a Let's Play of, not actually buy.
So this one is supposed to be released Q1 of 2018. That may mean that it's getting pushed back. Who knows? See what happens. PlayStation exclusive, obviously. So if you're a PlayStation owner and you enjoy the God of War series, that's probably one you're really looking forward to. And you play with his son as well with the bow and arrow, and that looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it does. Like, I've seen the trailer.
I don't know how many chicks he's going to be banging in this one, because I'm pretty sure he banged a lot of chicks in the originals.
I don't know. I never played it.
I think he had a few menage a trois, but
probably did.
The man's basically a god of war, so...
Well, I don't think he is anymore.
No, disappointing. On with the PlayStation exclusives.
We have a PlayStation.
We did have Sea of Thieves, which was Xbox kind of exclusive. Except for it's on PC.
PC players.
So, Spider-Man.
I haven't played a Spider-Man game since the Spider-Man game on the PS1. I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't... Maybe it was Spider-Man 2 or...
Some of the Spider-Man games were trash.
A lot of the Spider-Man games were trash.
A lot of the Spider-Man games were trash. But the thing about this Spider-Man game is it's made by Insomniac Games.
Okay, what have they made? I know the dev, I just don't remember what they made.
They made Sunset Overdrive.
That'd be interesting. I mean, Sunset Overdrive was... Yeah, it wasn't...
It was a good game. We didn't play it much, but it was a good game. Like, mechanically, it was very well.
It handled well. It wasn't just... It's just something I wasn't into.
Well, it's because it was zombies, and zombies are a bit tired, but... I think these guys will do a good job of it. People got a bit scared at E3 when they saw a lot of QTEs, and that's always going to happen in a movie-style action game. Like, you can't create those epic moments... Without QTEs.
And not without taking a lot of control away from the
It's
player.
either going to be super railsy or there's going to be QTEs to some extent.
I don't know how movie tie-in it's going to be.
I don't know. I don't know who Spider-Man's even really supposed to be.
Because that suit's not Spider-Man from any movie.
It says here that it's the classic Peter Parker, but I don't think so.
It's not. It ain't Tobey Maguire.
I'm pretty sure I don't know.
I'd be interested to see it. I won't play it.
Who is the classic Peter Parker?
I think Peter Parker's the classic Peter Parker. For me, it's Tobey Maguire.
Me too. I agree.
Just we were kids when that came out.
Classic. I think that's going to be a good game. I really do. And I hope that it's a good game so that, like, people that want to make superhero movies have a new standard. Because superhero movie games suck.
The first couple of...
They suck.
The first couple of infamous ones were not too bad.
But that's not based on a movie.
It's not.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying movie-based...
X-Men Origins Wolverine wasn't actually
It was
bad.
terrible.
The movie was shit. The game actually wasn't.
Anyway, I just hope there's a new standard for if they want to make new shit, make it good. But I mean, this is obviously Sony has ties with Spider-Man, Sony
Obviously.
for the moment, and that sort of thing. So
We'll see how long that lasts.
I don't know that Disney wants to go back into making video games. It doesn't make enough money from it, so I don't know that we're going to see too many Marvel sorts of things, but
I think we might.
We'll see.
I think we need a decent Star Wars game. If
all the Avengers aren't dead by the next movie.
Of course they are. Half of them are going to be dead and they get new characters that are basically just watered down versions of the originals.
Well, if they're
Welcome
watered down, at least they'll maybe have a bit more, or less trouble dying.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more dead people.
Less of the god complex.
Hey, some of them actually are gods. One of them's a god.
So, Spider-Man. The Spider-Man is releasing Q1/Q2 of 2018. I would believe it because this game's been teased for quite a while now, so I feel like it's finally time for it to come out. And from what we saw at E3, there's definitely enough there.
It does look good, it's just not. Yeah.
But I know what you're looking forward to the most, Scott.
I have never played a Kirby game, and I've got no idea what the fuck Kirby is, what the games are, or why the hell he's pink. But
look, I don't know why it's pink.
Hat, for some reason.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It looks like Smash Brothers, but like without all the different characters. It's like a really watered down version of that.
So Kirby Star Allies, this is obviously going to be a Switch exclusive of spring 2018.
I'm holding out hope for the Xbox.
I don't know. If you're a Kirby lover, if you've got a Switch, you're going to buy this. That's not one for us, but if you love Kirby, go ahead. I'm not going to hold it against you. Nobody is.
Spring 2018.
Now,
this will be one we play.
This is the good stuff. This is what we're talking about.
I didn't actually play the first one, State of Decay 2. I did see a bit of it, and it was interesting.
So, State of Decay, I played not much at all. I recorded, I think, an episode, and then I was like, I'm really going to get into this game. And then I just never turned it on again. I really probably could have got into the game, but I just didn't turn it on again.
And you didn't. Yeah, there was no.
So, the thing with this is, like, I'm about zombie games, because we've seen them a bunch. But the thing that gets me going when I see a game like this is being able to cooperatively play. And this is going to be 4-player cooperative. And the thing about State of Decay, the special thing about it, is that it's not just survival zombie. It's more about sort of resource management and organising a group of people and a team of people. And from what I remember of the first one, people could die.
If you die, you just picked up a new character.
Play as another person in your sort of stronghold or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting, playing with a group and seeing how that all plays out. I'm not sure how it's going to handle or anything, but it's already looking really good. And so that one is... God, I hope it comes out next year, because if it doesn't, I think they're going to be in trouble. They need to get this game out next year. I'm pretty sure it's on its way.
It has to be.
Spring 2018 is apparently the release, and that's obviously...
That's fairly early, though.
Spring... Is it spring for... It must be spring for us, because that's Australia, right?
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Spring would be...
I suppose it'd be towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Which, I think that's probably the latest they could go. If they keep going any later than that, it's just not going to be any relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to end up like Scalebound. Scalebound. I still hold out hope,
It's not happening.
It will happen.
So that's obviously going to be, Microsoft supported. That's going to be Xbox One and PC. That's going to be play wherever you want, play anywhere sort of thing.
I don't want to play anywhere. This one is... the only reason I still have a PlayStation.
The reason Scott has a PlayStation, ladies and folks. Do you want to talk about this?
I haven't actually seen much of it. I've just watched
been holding out
trailers.
Detroit Become Human. The video game from the people that made the Heavy Rain and the Beyond Two Souls and what was the one before it? What was before
Fahrenheit?
Heavy Rain? Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Well, it was Fahrenheit had another name. Purple. It was like something.
I don't know.
It was something.
I remember Fahrenheit.
Purple or something.
We
like Omicron before.
We like the Heavy Rain and the Beyond Two Souls. A lot of people don't. they don't see them as video games, and they're not really video games. They're
That was
more
the
interactive
point.
stories. They're supposed to be like that. Look, if you never liked pick a path books, then you're probably not a fan of this. But I know as a kid, I couldn't read. I suck at reading. So I always went with pick a path books because they were really easy to read, and it didn't matter if I fucked up. It just meant I didn't have to read as much. Because I would get to an ending, and it was like, you died, and I was like, oh, well, that sucks.
So yeah,
I read a book.
See,
I read 2 pages. I read a book.
because I'd always intentionally pick the wrong path, the path I knew would end up, and then end up just reading the whole book anyway.
I think I went back and read more of it, but the moral of the story is I can't read. So that's why I'm going to get you to do all the reading in the future. So if you don't know anything about this, yes, it's an interactive story where we got sort of some robots taking over the
Androids,
world.
I think they're called.
Yeah, that's
They're human android type thing. It's not a
If you haven't seen, go and watch Bicentennial Man.
It's not a new concept. You got Bicentennial Man. There's a show on the ABC. It's a BBC show. I forget what it's called. Human or something.
Human? Not
Yeah.
Android?
No, very close. It's covering, I believe, similar sort of ideas. I mean, it's a very take the robots out. It's actually a very human story. I think it will be interesting. I am very much looking forward to playing it.
So basically, the robots, androids, realize that they can
Getting screwed.
Yeah, getting screwed. Should have more control and try to rise up. And looks like a lot of choices to save people and not save people and be good and be bad and whatnot. And it's going to punish you if you stuff up. So
Well, the last one. Well, Beyond Two Souls.
there was actually. I should probably talk about this quickly. So this isn't a big thing. I saw in the news probably might have been a month or less ago now. There was some. No, it might have been a PSX. They might have shown something off about it. Bit of controversy. So we all know Heavy Rain. Some parts in that game got pretty dark.
Oh, yes.
And I'm not sure, was it the expansion that you played where there was the dude that did the stuffing of the animals?
Yeah, the extra bit where there was an extra mission. It was from the point of view of the Insomniac chick.
The chick.
'Cause-
So with that, it got pretty dark to the point if you stuffed up, like you could get stuffed as a lady doll of his and that sort of thing. Did you ever play any of that?
I saw it. I haven't actually played Heavy Rain. I've got it. I always meant to play it. I watched a Let's Play of it. So I've seen a branch of that story, and I did see that.
Yes.
But
So that's really fucking dark, right?
you spend one part of it crawling around the sewer with broken glass.
Yes.
Where you can cut yourself and bleed to death.
Yes. So, in this game, there is a series of, I guess you're making choices as the android. If you fuck up, this father of a little girl goes in and assaults his little girl
I've seen
to
that.
death.
Oh, I did not see that bit. I've seen because
I'm not sure if how it is exactly, but there's obviously some sort of violence that occurs, and it shows the game's trying to show you that you take paths, and if you fuck up, you fuck up.
Well, it's life in you fuck up in life, you fuck up. But
So the controversy came saying that this is not obviously showing good things and it's the old classic, I guess, debate in video games and that sort of thing. But I mean, it's to me, it's no different to a movie. They're saying because it's interactive and you're making the choices, you're the reason that happens or whatnot. But it's supposed to be a story, and if you pick a path, bad things can happen. It's
in Beyond Two Souls, you didn't do this. I know you didn't actually end up here because you didn't go to the bar, or you went to the bar and walked out. If you stay there, the character doesn't actually get raped, but it does result in the death of 3 men, including one actual suicide, and a very traumatized young lady. And that was 5 years ago.
So people are really against it for that, and I think that's not valid. There's worse things in movies, and
Oh.
although you're not engaging directly and interacting, it's still the same thing. Like, it's just telling a story in a different way. Just because you say character do this or character do that,
It's water in a stream. Okay, you started a stream, you're diverting it one way, diverting it the other. You don't control where the water, like the actual water, you're just controlling where it goes.
Yeah.
What happens in that stream
Yeah.
is not something you have control over.
And I think the game, for it to have the most impact, it's got to show you that, like, if you make the wrong decisions, bad things can happen. And, like, if it's just like, it doesn't really matter if you choose this, like, he's going to go in and read her a bedtime story, even though he's, like, maybe an alcoholic, like, abusive father.
I've seen, I think the trailer they showed didn't go as far as that, but it showed some, because they show a trailer from each character's point of view, I think. So they had the cop, they had the freedom fighter, and it's Kara, I think.
Yeah.
Which, if you've seen, there's a short film they did about 5-6 minutes long. Go watch it. It is quite interesting.
Where she's sort of waking up and, like, just been made, and then she's, realised.
It does fit in quite nicely to this, which I didn't think it would fit into anything.
No, they've done well, yeah.
Because that came out with Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look,
I just think it's just got to be that way. And I think one of those first trailers they showed where it sort of showed the spider web, I think it's going to do that a little bit during your gameplay. It's going to sort of show you, like, this is where you went wrong a little bit. I don't know
I think
to
it'll
what
probably
extent.
tell you at the end.
I don't know to what extent it's going to do that, because none of the other games they've been like, they don't tell you what your options were and where you could have ended up.
No, but the game was designed. Other games were designed to, and this is probably the same. Play once and put it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Maybe pick it up again in 5-6 years. When
You could definitely, like a Pick a Path book, you could definitely replay them. The value in replaying them is incredible. But the thing is,
it's
you
not
sort
your
of
story.
Yeah, you take away a story. Like, we could both play the game and come out with completely different stories.
Actually. I can remember spending hours.
And that's the weird thing, because we're trying to talk to each other about the game, and you're recalling things that I've never seen, and I'm like, no, that didn't happen. What are you talking about? And it's because it didn't happen in my game.
There's an entire mission I didn't do because I fucked up.
Yeah.
And you did, and I had no idea.
Yeah.
I think to have an emotional impact, it has to show you something that elicits an emotional response. That does. I mean, if you don't like that, you don't want to be part of that, don't buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a choice. You always have the choice. If you want to play it but don't want to experience that scene, internet exists for a reason. You can look up a Let's Play when you get to the point, or, any number of guides, get the ending you want. I mean, it's not the most ideal.
As much as I am against the whole crap that people say about, like, people playing video games and becoming violent and that sort of thing, I think there's more validity in someone saying that someone in GTA might have a prostitute and then kick her out of the car and then kill her. You've got way more control over what you're doing there than being an android and saying, do I grab this knife or do I go out this door? Like, you're just giving an option, not knowing what's going to happen, other than some maybe small insight. Like, that, I know with Beyond Two Souls, there was things where I thought choosing this option will get me this path, and sometimes, like, you would do that and then some twist would happen and you'd end up over here and you're like, no, I didn't want this to happen.
Yeah, well, there was plenty of paths like that.
So, I mean...
And you're choosing a path based on a brief description. Few words. Grab a knife. What happens if I grab the knife? Who knows? Walk out the door. What happens there? Who knows? It's not... That's
the thing could be you pick up the knife to try and, like, I don't know, stop the father or whatnot. Father moves out of the way and then you stab the girl. Like...
Old Bayek style.
Yeah, exactly. And that could be the result. And walking out the door might mean that, like, something else happens. Like, it's not... I think it's stupid to say. Sorry, I'm not going to get fired up, even though it's friendly fire. Let's move on to the next one. That was supposed to be coming out spring 2018. That's the reason the PlayStation's still alive and not in the dumpster.
It won't go to a dumpster.
It will, one day. So...
Crackdown 3.
This
we
game.
were excited for this.
The game we're excited for. Well, I think we're excited for, sort of a little bit less excited for, and then the excitement came back, and then it all sort of fizzled out once we saw E3 this year. So this game doesn't look anything like it should. Well, didn't at E3, and they realized this, and they said, okay, we're going to pull that for a little while, and it's supposed to come out next year. I really hope to God that with the power of the Xbox One X, they can make this thing look good, because in my honest opinion, it was looking like
photo doesn't even look good.
Yeah, it was looking like the original versions of Crackdown, which I mean, I'm happy for them to keep sort of a bit of the art style and keep it to its core, but you need to improve on it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we were sold when it first debuted with the original Shadow Mortal.
Yes.
So around that era, and we were showing this awesome demo of them destroying this building, everything completely destructible,
crumbling to the ground,
using all this extra power from a cloud.
Yeah, it was all. Thing. Yeah, it was like the power of like 10 Xboxes or something on the cloud,
which was cool. And now it's not even gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, what they said last time when they were speaking about it was they said that functionality won't be in the core game, but in a multiplayer version of the game, not cooperative multiplayer, but more like, I guess, versus, where I guess maybe they can limit it to a small map area, and then
I understand exactly.
You're playing Battlefield at that stage
because the amount, you are, but the amount of resources that would take
to
the whole city and whole game would be incredible. But
that was what sold
us on that. Yeah. I mean, I haven't got any attachment to the Crackdown series at all. I
loved the first one. The second one kind of sucked, but that's only because it was the same as the first one with a different skin. I hope this isn't the same as the first one with a different skin. Or the same skin. Would you like some water?
I have that.
Okay, so yeah, that says spring 2018. That's obviously going to be Xbox One and PC.
Again, spring. I'm not seeing anything in the middle.
Yeah.
Again. I mean, there'll be some surprises in there. It's something we... Oh.
So this is probably going to be one of the next ones that we probably talk the most about, and then we better roll through because we're running out of time. So Red Dead Redemption 2, the big one from Rockstar. They haven't released the game in about 5 years.
No, well, unless you count whatever they've done with GTA.
They haven't released the full game in 5 years.
They haven't released anything other than cars in 5 years.
Yes. DLCs. Microtransactions. Check out last week's episode if you didn't catch that. We have a bit of a rant.
This will be interesting. Like, I'm not buying it. There is a multiplayer. I don't know what they're going to do with it.
Microtransactions.
Other than microtransactions, I honestly don't give a shit. I'm buying it I'm going to spend $60.
I mean, the Wild Wild West.
To be a, cowboy in the Wild West in the single player. And, if you all have the multiplayer and we're all playing it, good. If we're not, that's fine. I'm not spending anything more than
this is my bold prediction. This game comes out, it's got an awesome story, which we would expect. The gameplay is really good, which we expect. They do a really cool multiplayer and we all start playing it. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
But microtransactions are overpriced.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like dollar for dollar. Or
hashtag fuck the Oscars. So yeah, Q2 of 2018. That'll come out and kill everything else, I think.
I think that's something we'll be playing for a while.
We'll work out a release date for that early next year, I feel like, and as soon as that comes out, every other developer will just clear the slate for that week. Nothing will come out except for Red Dead, because nothing will want to compete.
Nothing, no. I mean, Red Dead itself was just too big.
So that's
Rockstar is too big.
That's on all the platforms. I'm surprised that PC's not a year later, like GTA.
Hey, the multiplayer is a year later.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's what it was.
With no heists, whatever heists you're going to do. Metro.
Okay. So, the next one on this list is Metro Exodus. They had a bit of a gameplay reveal at E3, and then they also did a little bit of gameplay-looking stuff at the Game Awards. But I think that was a little lackluster, and people didn't like it. It actually looked really cool at E3.
It did.
I've never played a Metro game.
So it's...
I know what it is, and I know that Kristan likes these games.
Yeah, so it's based on a book, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't read the book, haven't played the games. It's not something I'm particularly interested in. It's post-apocalyptic. I mean, it might be great. I've heard it is good. Very dark.
My prediction is Kristan plays this one, none of us do. So let's move on. Fall 2018. Oh, 2018 at that one. On all the platforms.
Fall, though.
Fall.
So maybe this is American timing.
I think it would be.
Which means we've switched everything that we've had.
Yes.
Is going to be earlier in the year.
Yes, I think that's right. It makes more sense because, like, why would they put that in that order?
The order it's going in, yeah. So
Yeah.
everything we've said spring is in whatever our autumn is, unless you're American, in which case disregard everything I'm saying.
Look, I honestly don't know why they didn't just do Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 this whole way through, or like even just like that. It would be much easier for everyone.
Or Australian.
There's a new Mega Man coming out, and it's on the Switch. It's Mega Man 11. And it looks nice and shiny.
Ironic?
People like it.
I've never played any of the other 10, and I have no intention to, really.
Me either. Let's move on. Late 2018 for that one. Whoa, wait. No, this isn't just on Switch. Hold the phone. Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Still not going to play it.
No.
Next one, another PlayStation exclusive. Man, they're going to have a big year next year.
Well, they had a big year this year.
Days Gone. This one is the zombies.
They debuted a gameplay style trailer thing.
E3.
At E3, and I was not impressed. It looked cool.
To me, it looks like they tried to take a little bit from World War Z, which at the Game Awards announced there is going to be a World War Z game as well. But yeah, it looks like the zombies are like lots and like they're in a big horde, which is a bit different to unless you're playing like Dead Rising or something like that.
But it will just go check it out if you want.
If you're interested in the zombies and the survival sort of games, similar to I guess it looks like the story might sort of be a bit.
I've got no idea what it is.
I think it'll be like if you like The Last of Us or something like that. It might not be as compelling of a story, but it'll be like the same genre of game, I guess, where it's like a story survival.
I think so.
Thing.
I mean, basically, what the gameplay showed was just him kiting a horde, which is so. The one I've seen.
Yeah, I saw it too. So that's release date is 2018. Wow. PlayStation 4.
Amazing. Yoshi.
Working title.
I feel like this is going to be late 2018, as in probably don't hold your breath and it's probably coming 2019.
There's a Yoshi game. It looks cute. I like it, but I'm not buying a Switch, so I'm not going to be playing that one. If you like the green frog man that jumps
Lizard,
with his
whatever
tongue, and you like the Switch, the device that you carry around on your plane every time that you're traveling on a plane because you're a sophisticated person, play the Yoshi. Pokemon RPG, working title once again.
An RPG?
So, basically, they're planning to release a Pokemon game for the Switch. Nobody knows anything about it, it's just on this list. For no reason whatsoever. But yeah, this is going to be a Pokemon game. Apparently, 2018 or later.
Yeah, it'll be later.
It's not coming out next year. Dreams!
Is that a sheep playing piano?
Does look like a sheep playing a piano. You know what that sheep should be doing? Sheep should be jumping over clouds, because that's how you have dreams.
Or a fence. Or if you're in New Zealand.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
This is PlayStation 4 exclusive. Cool, I didn't even know about it. I don't even know what it is. It looks like...
It's more of a tool than a game.
You're more of a tool than a game. Oh, it's from the people who made Little Big Planet, so it's going to be weird. Yeah, cool. Whatever.
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts 3, that's not coming out till 2019.
How are they only up to 3? I don't understand. I haven't played any Kingdom Hearts. I don't understand this. Because there's 1, 2, and there's like 50 bajillion other games.
There's 2.7, 2.3, 2. Like, there's all those points in there.
Okay, there's 3. These people can't count. Whatever.
There's a lot of games. Kingdom Hearts 3 is supposed to be coming out 2018. it's gonna get pushed back because Toy Story is cool. And
Disney/Final Fantasy. Interesting.
how is Disney? Yeah, okay. Let's not go there.
What? How is Disney letting this shit happen when they shut down everything else?
How much money is Disney getting for this?
I do not know. Soul Calibur 6.
Yes, that was announced. That's a thing that's going to be on the platforms except for the Switch. From the Bandai Namco of the world.
I think the last Soul Calibur I played was 3.
Just the one with the Yoda in it?
I think he was in one of them.
I feel like Yoda was in one of the Soul
I think
Calibur
Yoda
games.
or Vader was it. Like, you had Yoda or Vader, and depending on which console you had one of them.
That's kind of awesome.
And Starkiller was in it, one of the versions.
That's kind of awesome.
And I don't remember anything
But
else.
this is a fighting game, right?
It's a fighting game with weapons.
Yes.
It's like Tekken with swords. It is Tekken with swords.
I think it's cool. If you like the fighting games, you'll like it, but that's going to be another one we'll give a miss, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if I was going to play a fighting game, I'd play the other one.
The Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Do you know this video game?
I've heard of No More Heroes.
So, no, I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to say
I
anything
don't
about
know.
this. It's coming on the Switch, 2018. There you go. It could be a good video game if you like people that have aviator sunglasses that are bright yellow. And they wear purple jackets.
It'll be interesting. It's got an interesting looking art style. Nintendo Switch exclusive by the looks of it. Obviously not something we're going to play, but
Travis Strikes Again. It's kind of like When the Empire Strikes Back, but
this is the third one.
maybe could be a little bit more fast-paced than that movie.
Hey, Empire wasn't actually bad. 4 and 6 was shit. Empire was okay.
Tomb Raider, 2018. No, it's called Shadow of Tomb Raider. Everybody, look at that.
How is it Shadow? What
I think it's going to be Shadows of the Tomb Raider or Shadow of Tomb Raider or something.
How has she already got a shadow? She only just rose.
What did she do before that?
She was a Tomb Raider. And then she rose, like, after she was already the Tomb Raider.
She's like, Jesus.
She is. The Second Coming. That's what it should be called. I still haven't finished.
It's a very inappropriate name, especially if it gets modded.
Oh my god, no. Don't do that, whatever you guys are doing. Whatever you guys are thinking, just don't.
It's already on
Please.
34.
Of course it is.
Okay.
I still haven't finished Rise. Shadow was... Well, Rise of Tomb Raider was brilliant. I just haven't...
Oh, this picture is from Rise.
I was going to say, it looks familiar.
Yeah, so Ada is the biggest Tomb Raider fan, I would say. She loves them. She played through all the DLC and everything. She absolutely loved Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I bought the DLC of that. Like, it was like $6. And
Baba Yaga.
Yeah, the Boogeyman. Or some boogey man type
She was
shit.
a crazy witch or something, I think.
I don't know.
Cool games. They're cool games. I don't think this is one's going to be Xbox One exclusive. No, it says that all of the platforms there, 2018. I don't know if it will be 2018.
See, well, interestingly
maybe.
enough, though, the last one was timed.
Yes. Yeah, so the first one was completely exclusive, and then Rise was timed, or Rise wasn't at all? Was the first one...
Rise was timed. Rise was exclusive for a year.
Yes.
With Xbox.
Yes.
I don't think the first one was anything because I played it and you played it and I was playing it on PlayStation.
Were you?
I
thought the first one was Xbox One exclusive.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think they had
No,
that
I was at RobScan. I was working at RobScan when I lived there. Dan, I'm sorry. No, I was working there.
Okay, sure. I believe you. I don't believe you, but I believe you. Anyway, probably true, probably right, but I thought, yeah.
I think the second one was Xbox.
Because I thought it was Xbox exclusive because Tomb Raider was forever and always PlayStation. And then Microsoft had this deal with, I don't know who the publishers are, Crystal Dynamics?
No.
Crystal Dynamics. Naughty Dog is...
Drake.
Yeah, Uncharted. So Crystal Dynamics. So I thought they struck up a thing with them, got the first game, then the second one they were like, yeah, we're going to go timed exclusive.
I don't know.
I could be wrong.
You could be wrong, and I think you are wrong.
We're Googling it right now because I don't want to be wrong.
I feel like he's wrong.
Tomb Raider. What was it called?
Rise of the Tomb Raider. I'm looking at it.
No, that's the... That's the second one. I'm talking about the first one.
Oh, Drop the Rise.
What the? Is it called?
It's literally that one.
That one. That one.
And
Wait, this is very boring podcast right now.
Scroll.
No. Here it is. Let's click on the
That.
2013, right?
Yeah.
God damn it! It was on all of the platforms. Everyone already knew it.
Yeah, they did.
Shut up.
Yeah. I still have to finish Rise. I don't.
Maybe the
remember-
first one was timed exclusive as well.
I don't think it was.
Okay. I give up. Let's move on. We've got to keep going. That's going to be a cool game. I'm going to like it. GTFO, that was announced at the Game Awards from the people that made the Left 4 Deads and the Paydays. It's kind of like there's
Left 4 Dead and Payday.
Yeah, pretty much. It looks okay. I don't know if it'll be.
I don't think we're going to play that one, to be honest.
Probably not. Kristan will probably talk me into it, but I don't know. We'll see. Kind of a bit sick of those sort of games. Death Stranding, that game's not coming out till about 2020. But really weird shit by, what's his name, that made the Metal Gear? Hideo Kojima.
Hideo Kojima.
What he said, I don't read. So, yeah, and Daryl. Is it Daryl? Norman Reedus? Yeah, they're making the weird-looking video game. People don't know much about it, but they had more about it on the Game Awards, and it looked very confusing. My brain exploded a little bit. 2018 is apparently a release date. Don't trust it. Toe Jam and Earl, are you kidding me? Back in the groove?
I don't know who these people are.
Toe Jam and Earl? You kidding me?
No.
I played a Toe Jam and Earl game. I don't know what one it was. It was the most bizarre experience I ever had in my life. There was lots of
Game's called Toe Jam and Earl. What the fuck do you expect?
I don't even know how I got it. I think I played it on original Xbox or something like that. And there was lots of weird shit happening. I don't know if someone was... But...
I've seen... This is the only thing I've ever seen of it, is this one still. And you are probably fucking right.
No, okay, so this still that we've got in front of us now is like 2D drawing, I guess. It's a 3D platforming sort of game.
Okay. Well,
I will show you footage of it later. Anyway, moving on. We got to keep going. That's 2018. That's coming on all of the platforms. Watch out for that one. Don't miss it. Do not miss it. That's what Business Insider Australia has told you. Don't miss it. DayZ. Have you heard of that video game?
How the hell is DayZ on this list?
So DayZ is obviously going to be coming out like full release in 2018, like 1.0.
Isn't it kind of irrelevant now?
Yeah, well, I mean, Battlegrounds is just today. I guess at the time of filming this, so not when it's uploaded, but today went full release for PC. So
it surprises me that it took it, because DayZ's been around for like 2 or 3 years.
DayZ hasn't got as much money as PlayerUnknown's has got.
This is true. This was started off as an Arma 2 mod.
Well, PlayerUnknown worked on mods for DayZ. King of the Kill was his... He worked on that mod and stuff. So he has worked on these games, then built his own game. I think the thing about DayZ is it's even slower than PUBG. So, I don't know.
It'd be interesting.
That's just PC, so still they're not releasing anything on console or anything. But that's it. That's you didn't have to make your noise. We're finished.
That wasn't even the same fucking noise.
I don't know what noise you made.
I don't know. I didn't even remember what noise I made.
So, you're trying to get me to do work. I'm not doing it. I'm just going to spite you, and you're just going to have the damn...
Well, I'm not going to listen to it anyway.
So. Business Insider Australia, well done. Good list. There was some games in there. Are there any other games that you know about that might be coming out? Look at him.
No.
He's fallen asleep. Anthem is supposedly releasing in 2018.
Let it go. Give up. They're not going to do it anymore.
That's not really. Oh, they're not going to do it anymore. They've given up. That's it.
This will be your scale bound.
Look, that's it. EA comes out tomorrow. That's it. We're not publishing any more games. You guys don't like us. I don't know if people would be happy or not.
I think they wouldn't until they realize exactly what the EA actually has.
They would be happy, and then it rolls around. And they're like, okay, when's FIFA coming out?
Well, even just the other shit that it puts out.
When's Madden coming out?
The fuck is Madden anyway?
That's the.
I know what it is, but why is it called Madden?
Isn't his name like John Madden or something?
I don't know. Who the fuck is John Madden?
Wasn't he like a football dude?
Is he still playing the first game he started? Because he probably is still playing the first game he started.
John? I don't know if it's John. Is that right? John Madden is a former broadcaster and coach for the NFL. Right. He won a Super Bowl as head coach.
Is it still going on? Are you sure it's not still going on? That game is fucking slow.
Did you learn something tonight? You did. John Madden. Steve Madden. Different guy.
I also don't think that's the actual name.
What? Steve Madden.
Yeah.
The Google searches are hot tonight. This is the best. I'm glad everybody tuned in for this one. SteveMadden.com. 30% off.
Oh. I don't actually know what this is. It's like clothing and shit.
Yeah, that's what Steve Madden did. Don't you know Steve Madden? Did you watch Wolf of Wall Street? Steve Madden. That was more of an Arnie impression, but Steve Madden.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that movie.
He made the shoes.
Again, it's been a while since
Scott was only paying attention to the boobs.
No, I was paying attention. I just don't remember the fucking movie.
I've got a Steve Madden belt in my wardrobe. Eddie bought it for me as a gimmick, but I like it. We're just talking shit now. Let's end the podcast. Let us know what you are looking forward to next year. If I was to pick some, just scrolling through list. I mean, Anthem I am excited for, but I don't think it's coming out next year. It's getting pushed back for sure. Red Dead, Detroit, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, and yeah, that's probably... Oh, A Way Out, that's a good one. Crackdown 3, I've still got hope for it, but we'll see what happens.
This is also your scale out.
Yes, it is a little bit. The Pokemon game could be cool. I don't think it's coming out next year. And, yeah.
I don't think Tomb Raider will come out next year either.
ToeJam and Earl, look out for that one. It's going to be good. But
I think, yeah, Tomb Raider will be the year after.
You heard it here first. I think it's coming out next year.
I think it's not.
Midway through. It'll be the one when you get the money. We'll see you next week for an even more interesting podcast than this week. It's going to be good.
May God have mercy on your souls.